Hey there, my fellow biofuel refiners. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship. Episode 33, Forestside Retreat for fuel, fun, and fighting. Can I plug my stations in the power like an RV park? Yeah, you could. What's weird about the power is it's like invisible cables to me, so I don't know where the cabling is, but if I plugged it in like that, you know, or whatever, it would technically, I could draw off their power. Okay, it also has a defender turret. Come on, drones. So far I've killed 11, and I see 13, and I'm sure there's still more. With my shooters having nothing to do, I'm just gonna have them shoot the walls. Skyra will get rid of the turret. Everyone else is gonna turn in. She'll get rid of the turret and then pop the vent. Oh, there's another drone. We got a doomsday launcher. Well, that's certainly something. She can't haul, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Pick it up later. I like it though. I like it. It's a pretty good reward so far. So maybe 15 drones? There's still probably more than that too. Wait, where are you going? Go up, stop. Oh, she's unrestricted, so that's what's going on. Get back in your zone. Lara was a pretty early riser as well, although she hasn't eaten yet. So although Skyra's getting shot at, I'm going to have Lara have a bite to eat before rallying to her rescue. So the accurate rifle here, at short, wow, that is high accuracy. Even at long, it's pretty good. 45 up to 73 due to quality and the aim modifier. That's one of the issues I have with some of the charge-based weapons, is their accuracy is kind of not great. But that is not applicable in the case of this rifle. Masterwork plus aim assistance makes it easy to hit targets. Oh, yep, already dead. All right, I want to wrap this up quick. This takes too long. Wow, nothing in there. So this is the nasty room. The good loot is in that sealed container. That'd be my guess. Oh, I didn't see the, well, okay. So the hunter drone will blow up on the wasps at least. It's one way to take out the wasps. So zooming out, there's another wasp cluster. And I'll have Skyra get temporarily patched up by Lyra. So Mag and Breakfire is all set to go. Air Dog is all set to go. Sarcastic, I'll leave behind to do a little bit of research. I did intend for you guys to be able to vote on research. So we could get precision rifling, which is sniper rifles. That also leads to uranium slugs. We could get neurocomputation. We could get skin hardening. We could get hunter drone, psychoid brewing, beer brewing. I think, yeah, okay, no, we don't have either. Brain wiring and marine armor. Stick with marine armor, and the choice will be yours. So whatever you think we should go for. Down. Cool. That wasp is dead. That was poor timing. Almost took her liver out. Ouch. Well, not almost. Her liver's kind of fine. So there's one room left, and then something in this vent. And then, of course, the sealed container. Okay, we are hostile free. So here we go. New zone. Area 1 will include all that. And in here was a long bolt gun. That kind of sucks. It's high-powered rounds that does more damage and higher armor pen, but it's still a bolt rifle. And the problem is, well, no, it doesn't have a better range of a sniper rifle. Shucks. Sniper rifles are 45 or 44.9, so it's basically just like a sniper rifle. And then we have a catalyst. So we're almost done. We just need to haul some stuff. And you guys want me to stick with the marine armor? And I will do that. So the next hop is for some good old-fashioned chem fuel. The other thing is, now that all the nearby facilities are claimed and the drones are killed, we can get the solar generators. And then before we actually do the next hop, I had intended to do some surgeries. So Mag's going to get a bionic left. And then Air Dog's going to get a bionic left. Because they were missing toes. Yeah, it is faster than the sniper rifle, but it's not a weapon that I am planning on using. It's not better than what I have. Oh boy, Brickfire, are you a good enough doctor for this? 12? Actually, yeah, you're fine. Or not! Well, I guess we need another leg. And we are stuck here for 2.5 more days because of the overheated grav engine. There's really not much for me to do for 2.5 days. One thing that you can do, so neutralizing these are kind of hard because we're in space, so there's not like smoke. So I intend to just like do bionic surgeries and things like that. Basically buying time until we can leave. I mean, we could like shred sentry drone. You know, they're not doing anything else, so I guess that's what I'll do. Let's go ahead and allow sentry drone corpses to be hauled here. Because there's really nothing productive to do other than that. So it's not that it's like useful, it's just why the hell not? Where was the notification? Well, you know, so for those, because you're not the first to say this, schedules at Rhadamant.com. You can sign up for notifications through the event system on Discord. There's a lot of ways to get notifications so that you're not taken by surprise, if you want. Oh, there. Is this the hidden conduit? Yeah, okay, so we can actually see the hidden conduit. That's interesting. At least we can now. So I don't really intend to mess with these other security platforms. I mean, one way to do it is to load up in the shuttle and then land the shuttle to block the line of sight of one turret while you destroy the other turret and then go to the original turret. Like, there are ways to do it. But the reason I don't intend to is, like, the resources I would gain from the effort don't work for me. Alright, Air Dog, let's try that surgery again. Actually, I'm going to have you recover a little bit longer, because I have no... I don't want to kill you from a bad surgery. That would... I could see that happening. Drone or female? Okay, Liara, hit the soother. And that should help counter some of it. But obviously, she doesn't really want to be here, because that is going to be rough on the brain. It's too bad I'm not allied with the Exo network. That'd be useful. Air Dog, let's do a convert. 5.1 reduction. Hell with it, why not? It sucks, but better than sitting around doing nothing. Oh, that's why our power is so bad. I see, I see. Alright, I'm going to eject fuel out of this one and load it up into the ChemGen. I was wondering why our power was in plummeting. Bad surgery is a known killer of good pawns? Yes. That happened 2 streams ago, in fact. Which is why we have a tomb here. Pedaling. Died to a bad surgery. So, a day and a half left from the overheated engines. Like, forced shore leave, if you will. Have we found someone with a better social? No, not yet. I just checked Jonos. He's a doc. He's a scientist. He'd be a better co-pilot than Stochastic. Well, they're about the same now, actually. But having another researcher is going to be kind of nice for a long-range mineral scanner. That way we can actually do some long-range mineral scanning. I could collect wasp corpses, but I can't imagine they'd be worth the effort. I'd rather just sit here doing nothing. Check colony wealth. Sure. So, I don't know exactly what the ship is worth, but 230k-ish. There's also the possibility of sending miners over to the Jade asteroid and coming back, but I don't think that's worth it. That's a lot of logistics and it puts them in peril. So I don't think I'll be doing that. You know, one thing I could do for this entryway is, so obviously the floors won't set fire, so this entryway doesn't work in space, but if I had vac barriers there, it would still work. It'd be weird. I'd be worried about the vac barriers getting destroyed, but that would allow me to use fire in space against organic attackers. It's food for thought. If it happens enough, maybe I'll consider it. And here is the thing I've been waiting for, the Locust Armor, our first piece. Excellent quality, that will work for me. And eventually I'm going to phase everyone to like Locust Armors. Probably I should have given it to Skyra, but oh well. I'll give the Recon Armor to Stochastic. So as we get more Plasteel, Locust Armor is going to be something that we're going to move into big time. I think what I'll do is have Jono go over here. I don't really care about his like mood anymore. And the reason for this is I want to put the long-range mineral scanner in this room, and possibly the telescope as well, meaning this is going to be a not vac-safe zone. Closing the vent. And then probably putting a vac barrier there instead of a door. This is for prisoners. Close the door, and Lyra, go take him. Alright, so before we do anything else, let's get the vac barrier in. And putting a long-range mineral scanner here will allow me to find Plasteel more reliably and increase the quality of our armor considerably as a result. Actually, you know what? There. Telescope there. And then it's not where I want it like forever, but it's good for now. And then the other piece of long-range mineral scanner is whoever's in there needs to sit on an armchair for like a long time, so I'll put an armchair in there too. I could remove the vent from the wall. Granted, the vent is like a weak point, but I'm not going to do that. Well, you know, okay, I could do that now. I guess I'll just roof everything up temporarily and then do it. It's not like the vac barrier is all that healthier, though. It's about the same. I think it's exactly the same amount of hit points as the vent. So if the vent goes, the vac barrier would go. But, whatever. It'll be in now. So, long-range mineral scanner, tuned to Plasteel. Thank you. The other thing we could do when we're looking for chem fuel, when we blast off in about 9 hours, is look for a tile that has Plasteel on it. High density or compacted Plasteel. And then, you know, get chem fuel, meat, and Plasteel all from one tile. That sounds good. Yeah, the vac zone, well, I guess this wall technically could be vac unsafe, but yeah, the vac zone's fine. Okay, the droner's done. That will help Mag's mood. Look at that massive change. The scanner is scanning. And we're able to take off in 1 hour. So let's see if there is a terrestrial compacted Plasteel. There is Plasteel here, but we're not very close to that. I don't think I can land there with the chem fuel that I have. Here and here. Maybe if I eject the fuel out of the shuttle and load it into the tanks, we can get that far. It's a bit of a stretch, pun unintended. We'll see. $300, $750. Okay, so all the fuel that can be loaded in the large chem tank has now been. So let's see if it's launchable. No, it's beyond our range. Alright. Well, let's see. There's, I'm sure, other points of interest. So, we're mostly for chem fuel and meat. Chem fuel and meat is going to be forest down here. Smoke vents suck, so I don't want to go there. Abandoned colony, no thanks. Wetlands, no, that's terrible terrain mobility. So, perhaps what I'll do is go straight underneath to one of these temperate forest tiles and see if any of them have increased life or wild crops or something interesting. If I hold left alt, I should be doing that. So, animal life's there. And I definitely want it to be a temperate forest, because temperate forest is going to have the trees needed. There's a lot of trees there. Psychoid plants. That's probably where I'm going to go most likely. That would be good for tea. Yeah, so let's go there. So we'll get psychoid, trees for chem fuel, meat for meals. Maybe chem fuel, or maybe plasteel if it's mineable. So the goal is to refuel and resupply. Awesome. Where to go next? Taking a look at the map tile. Plasteel. Woo! Nice. Got lucky. It's pretty flat. There's definitely no ancient dangers. I'll just plop it here. And it has marble. And that will be good for the reliquaries as well. I had missed that, but yes, you're right. Okay, Air Dog, you need to get rid of your vac suit. And then everybody else is going to be unrestricted. I can get rid of the Area 1. 800 steel is not a lot, but it's not of immediate concern. 35 components is low. So let's search for ore. There is uranium ore here as well. Oh, yeah. And silver ore that I already found. What about jade? No jade. Compacted. Plasteel. And machinery, which I've already found. Okay, so everything that needs to be mined and queued is done. And then we could do some hunting. And then, of course, some tree cutting. Well, let's hope the storyteller leaves us alone just a little bit so that we can, you know, resupply decently. So going to next, we can focus on the pendant. We could go to the Lancer Hub. Gravcore. Yeah, one of those three. And now that we have access to marble, allow marble blocks. There's so many marble blocks immediately around that I'm not all that worried about hauling them. And let's get all 3 reliquaries built now. Works for me. That's a terrible place for a vac suit. Well, almost all the huntable animals are already killed. Yikes, that was fast. The 4 nodes of plasteel is going to be really nice for more potential armor. Locust armor and bionics. I'll have you guys polled which of the 2 I should focus on between locust and bionics. Because I could go either way. And then once they're done mining up the uranium, plasteel, silver and components will go for steel. Well, that sucks for Ink. Ink's basically gonna get mauled by bunnies. They went mad with Ink, like, adjacent. And Ink's a wimp, so she's probably gonna fall down. No, maybe not. I did sell a pain stopper, and in hindsight, maybe it was worth keeping the pain stopper for Ink. The problem is a slave that doesn't feel pain is a slave that is very likely to get beaten to death because they don't collapse when rebelling, which is why I didn't give her a pain stopper. Wimpy slaves are good. They're easier to maintain, so I think it's in my benefit that, like, she does collapse easily. Alright, marble blocks. Yeah, we just have to wait for them to make it. No, I don't want... Damn it. Idiots. Putting all the dead animals in there. That's where I wanted the chunks, because our entryway is blocked. Wimps incapable of violence are top-tier slave materials? Well, I would say, Dead Calm is the best. Genies, meaning, because they'll never rebel. You really can't beat never. But now that you can, like, leave them up in space, that's a pretty fair solution as well. Because even a wimp can, like, run and pick up, like, a orbital bombardment targeter and, like, drop an orbital bombardment on your grav shipper colony, right? Like, that's a thing that can happen. Air Dog, you are going to get your leg now. And this time, I'm going to operate with Liara, who has a medical of 14, so you should be okay. I wanted to wait for his torso to recover. And it looks like we're headed to the Grav Core next. And I'll have you guys decide soon what to do with the Grav Core, whether we are expanding our power. Both are fine. We're making another bionic leg. We're just ripping through the plasteel, in other words. I figure if there's giant monuments of marble, might as well break them down for our reliquaries. That's a nice shortcut. It's probably hot as hell in there, isn't it? Well, it's actually not that bad. It could be worse. So you're not that far away from being able to be converted. You're at 12%. I'm probably not going to try a ritual because it really backfired on me last time. There's some marble flooring, but no big marble supply left. Got it. Hey, there might even be a chance for these visitors to die. That would be convenient. Or, honestly, getting maimed and then me getting credit for their recovery would be even better. So, leave Sam to get mauled by Muffalo, please. Nope, stop firing! Ah, my click drag didn't grab Sam. Interestingly, I think they're gonna make it out of this. Yep, they won. Oh well, whatever. Alright, IDs got researched. That was from a book as well. It's really weird. It's so jarring when you're like, wait, I didn't queue that up. That's right. I got it for free. Why do I have... Okay, these are chairs left over from when I used to use them there. Got it. I was wondering about that for a moment. I was like, what are these chairs doing here? Let's just move them out of the way. So all of the mining is done. One of the big benefits of all the mining that we did is we have a lot more uranium, so if I want uranium mini turrets or like uranium doors or stuff like that, I can now afford it. I did mention wanting to get a little bit of silver, or steel rather, before we go. Topping up our steel. And chem fuel from wood and gross meat. So we're still waiting on more chem fuel. But yeah, as far as a pit stop goes for like fuel and meat, this has been very productive. So much for wood chopping. Well, wood chopping would be ink, and she is obviously going to need to butcher all these muffalo, but like eventually she'll get around to it. Someday. Oh, there we go! Plasteel pile. It is not too far off. It's probably not worth sending the whole ship there. So, let's see. If I sent Air Dog and Arum, that wouldn't be unreasonable. Because Arum would be escorted. So 9 meals, 2 bedrolls, good enough. I see. We don't have enough chem fuel in there. Meg. Empty out. What are you doing in here? Empty out the fuel here. And refuel the shuttle. We need... Okay, that's enough chem fuel now. We just need enough to make a return trip. I don't need to top it up. All right. Well, that's a good little pile. Hopefully we'll be able to have lots more locust armor once we're done. I could also try to load up, like, donkey corpses. It's not a totally unreasonable thing to do. Maybe do that, like, once we're done mining, so they don't rot. The other thing is, I absolutely have enough materials to start a reliquary. I'm not really sure why we haven't. Mag's highest priority is to construct, so I don't know why it was not being done, but I just forced her, and it's now underway. Have I set up cycloid harvesting? Not yet. That's a good reminder, because we did come here because I had the wild cycloid. We don't even have tea making, though. I don't have that research done yet, so we might need that first. Okay, there we go. Of course, I don't know if Ink's gonna get around to that, given that she has so many, like, tree cut priorities, because obviously chem fuel is more important than psychoid. We don't even know what to do with psychoid yet. Air dog's about to have a mental break. That'd be a real problem, because then the slave would be unattended. I hope I can avoid it, but I don't know if I can. And we're almost done with the pile. How'd you die? Wolverine ate you? Okay. The Loving Ducks. 3 raids of roughly that size. Protect him for 15 days. That's a skill trainer of art, construction, cooking. Lots of plasteel, which isn't terrible. But, the raid size... they're gunners. They're not... They don't look like they're breachers or sappers. Should I protect 15 ducks? Now, the only problem I have with this is if we do say yes, I will need to go buy duck food. Ducks don't eat meat. I don't have a lot of non-meats. So we're going to need to solve that shortage if we want to protect the ducks. Oh, I don't know how much weight we're going to have for the donkeys now I think about it. Well, we'll have a little. How much does a donkey corpse weigh? 84, so we have maybe room for 2? If we butchered it with meat, for meat, it would... Obviously, we could fit more, but I'm not going to even bother. Alright. Donk corpses. Air dog. Arum. We could fit another one in, but I'm leaving. It don't matter to me. Oops. I forgot the bedrolls. Alright, there we go. So, plasteel obtained. God, these shuttles are awesome. The other nice thing about the shuttle is it didn't destroy the map tile, so that could become another, like, temporary thing, right? It could become another, plasteel site or something like that. Alright, 1 more minute to vote in the ducks poll. And Jonah has converted. Actually, let's resolve this poll now. So it looks like we're going to, well, F-word the ducks. Maybe. Something like that. Instead, should Jono be enslaved or colonized? Colonist. And here is his stats. He's nimble, shooting, mining, art, medical, int. With that said, prisoners can't, well, they technically can shoot, but not really. Prisoners cannot really do art or intellectual, right? They're like, not allowed. They also don't do social. They can do medical. So there's a lot of tasks, a lot of skills he has which would not be useful as a slave, but like, you can still vote for slave. If you want. And at this point, we are just waiting to load up, cut trees, get psychoid, and just get going. Oh, the rural tribute. I actually am not planning on giving away my gold, so there's really no royal tribute to offer. Because Jono is going to be a colonist. Got it. So, Jono, recruit. And Cheers. So now we need to stockpile chem fuel, not just for the ship itself, but also for Locust Armor. Locust Armor requires chem fuel to make, and also chem fuel to refuel. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow honorable pilgrims.